Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Hey, you will make it TV followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to another live segment with the You Will Make It TV YouTube channel, where we believe faith attracts possibilities, and it's up to you what you do with those possibilities. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to all our new subscribers. You've come just in time. Like I've actually started being getting more frequent with my posts of inspiration and insightful and inspirational thoughts, quotes, and messages. So you subscribed at a good time. We also have just began announcing, other projects I'm working on, like my A Ride Away Transportation nonprofit, and we're just in the baby steps of new beginnings. So, welcome. The best thing about it, though, is, the more I can learn about what others are doing in my community and maybe become a part of it, the more they can learn about You Will Make It TV, too. That's why we've never, ever, ever in life, not just You Will Make It TV, because this is like a new channel I just started, but never in life have I been closed off to networking with people, really. So, if you see me in that lighter energy for any reason, it's for a reason, right? Period. So, yeah, y'all saw the title of this stream. I'm going to dive right into the topic and use this 24 minutes on this. I'll call it part one, too, even if I don't get to get all my thoughts about this topic out. But I still appreciate you guys' support. I had thought of something. Well, I had my own perception because, see, there's a trending topic, not just about the TikTok ban and how TikTok might be banned and why, because we all have our different opinions about it. If I never said I had one, y'all know I do. I'm a part of the world too. I saw TikTok come, and a lot of us are going to see it go. Period. That's what I think. Because I'm not going to speak against the trending TikTok stories. Not the trick. I've never had a problem with the stories. Y'all know I'm a whole author, but the stories about this particular topic. Okay, all right. So right now at this time it's January 2022, 2025. If you get on TikTok, you will see a lot of people talking about how the ban could affect their life. When I say a lot of people, Americans predominantly, because it would only be in America or any other country that chooses to follow suit after that, uh, who wouldn't be able to access the app. And we got a taste of a test run the other day. Hit that like button if you got to see that the other day. Some they weren't on TikTok at all, so it didn't make them any difference that it actually was banned recently. Just very recently, like the ban actually, I mean, they shut TikTok down for like 24 hours. So whatever we all think and feel about that, I know one thing, it shows people that still feel like this cannot realistically happen, that it can. Period. It's not for, I don't think, people to feel powerless. It's like you shouldn't just now be thinking about your power. Where did you stand in this whole social media culture? Who were you? How did you behave on it? What were you doing on there? Which is really nobody's business. But guess what? That's the thing about getting on social media. Even with the most private account or profile you can make. Because let's remember, TikTok does allow you to make a private account. I think Instagram does. I believe Facebook too. Um, Sorry, y'all. I had to check on my daughter really quick. But what was I saying? TikTok. Oh, most social media accounts give you the option to be private on there or not. Okay, because I'm having my own opinions about something real quick. And people raising this big, huge fuss about TikTok being banned. Those TikTok stories I was talking about that are trending right now, like about this one particular topic, is about like how people are supposedly tired of seeing people quote unquote beg. And let me tell y'all why I think I'm a good candidate for this topic. Number one, it's not new of me to care about people or care for people. I don't care how people think they seen me move recently or whatever. I'm talking about what do y'all call it? Not in past life or just in my earlier years. That was just like a natural part of my makeup. Like, I don't know. It hurts me to see people hurting. I don't really know what's wrong with the world. And if I never voiced it, I'm voicing it now. And I also, even if I never said nothing loud about certain things, like I definitely felt the way about them because I don't like to see people hurting. I hate that we even have homeless communities, but I'm the type of understanding person. I understand there's a homeless community just about anywhere you go. I mean, any city, any country, any place on the map, there's a homeless community. Have y'all ever thought about that? And then look, any places that weren't homeless communities with big rich houses, we seen that too. Like some unfortunate happened out of nowhere, and then boom, it's a homeless community. Now people didn't think that was even possible. Let me break this down. They didn't think it was possible for you to be homeless and have $1 million in the bank. But obviously it's possible because y'all just saw these people houses burn down in California, homes, cars, valuables, and they had millions of dollars in the bank. If it just had to happen in one person house, you investigate stuff like that. Like, okay, what caught this house on fire? Something like $1 million-billion mansion, but because it was like communities of them that burned down, boom. Now everybody should see. Stop it with the stigma. Stop it with the old time way because it's been a new day. Yeah, it's totally possible. I knew this before the California fires happened, and it's not to sound like extra smarter than people. If we're gonna have discussion topics and podcasts, that's why I like that one guy, Joe Rogan. Like he just tell it like it is, pretty much, and that's inspiring in itself. He tells it like it is from his stance. That's all I'm saying. But period. From my stance, it's not impossible to be whole, full blown homeless and have like money in the bank. That's my point. Homeless was never something to joke about. It was never something for people to forget they can end up there too. I don't care how high up you were or are or will be. Even me, if I knew I'd have $1 million tomorrow, I would still stay humble. That's all I'm saying in a nutshell. Because with this topic, the trending topic in these TikTok stories are supposedly, the masses more speaking up. Uh, so far, I've only seen this in America, but I know this is going on in other places too. Because see, TikTok is a whole new portal that connects any social media to me is some type of new telecommunication way for people to stay in contact. And I'm tired of seeing people pretend like this scam and that scam is not possible. Any scam is more possible than ever today because strangers can just connect with each other all over the world. Like we got to think smart, ladies and gentlemen, when you have TikToks, Facebooks, Instagrams. And the ones of us that was out here actually trying to use it, because that's why I say to me it's the difference between social media hustling and actually right just because I don't know which one of y'all define hustling as a crime or something. We know hustling is hustling, but what you are doing to hustle makes the conversation different. And they claim they're tired of seeing people quote unquote beg on social media, y'all. Like supposedly people get on TikTok and they just pretty much ask for money. Like to me, the old way, I never forgot because before social media, if you needed to borrow money or you needed to help with something, you had to call somebody, write them, you had to get in contact with them some kind of way. But it wasn't social media before social media. I'm not here to knock those that have been criticizing the quote unquote TikTok beggar era, but I just thought it was an interesting discussion topic for myself on a inspirational channel, because I'm not going to sit here and play like it's not people. Actually, that's something I thought about today. Anybody today still calling anybody broke is just simple minded to me. When you just watch millionaires lose homes, like I just said, you can have $1 million in the bank and be homeless. There are many plethora of circumstances that could cause something like that. But people have become so vain and vague. That doesn't, vain has never been truthful, and vague has never been truthful. That's just a bunch of popular beliefs. Okay. Usually a popular belief is a way because you've had evidence for a while that it's has the ranking of a popular belief. But is a popular belief still the truth? So boom, back to my question. What do they mean? I mean, because I think that's weird too. Social media has totally become a new platform where people do that. And like I said, I can't be a humble humanitarian and know that people come to social media and ask for help and not speak on this. Like, I know that people out there need help. I'm actually one of those that believe, if anything, people need more help than ever. I think it's stupid for people to call people broke. I just hate that term, broke. You just saw millionaires lose homes. Now they finna have to buy new $1 million homes, or maybe they won't. But I'm sure it's gonna dent their little bank account some kind of way. Which I'm just being funny saying little, because you don't have a little bank account with $1 million home. And like y'all learned from Diddy's situation, a lot of these celebrities' homes don't even be paid all the way off. Y'all just think they went and bought these mansions. Some of these people still paying uh all kind of bills on those homes, or they're just renting them for like their reality shows. I'm not trying to put everybody's hustle, because even like a lot of people for a long time they would just be stingy about what they do or how they hustle. But to me, it never really mattered to share with others how they can make money, because it's not like I can make all of it in the world. That just was never my quote unquote American dream, like to be the richest in the world. Okay. That's not me. But if that's you, that's not a bad dream or goal to have either. Leave your opinions in the comments. But they say these people be coming to TikTok and social media asking for money, like openly. Because to me, it's one thing to, like the old way, you message somebody, or you message, you go to the bank and get a loan or whatever. That's the old way. That's the only option we had to do it back in the day. You need a loan, you went to the title loan place, or you went to the bank, you did it the right way, payday loan. Or if you need to borrow from somebody, the proper way to truly do that is like make sure you got some kind of promise to pay or something. Because other than that, you just running around talking about how you gave somebody something and they didn't pay you back. Like, people don't even do business on the right level to me, but they want to talk about who should and shouldn't have businesses on social media. And I don't understand that. Y'all know y'all were out here letting people, we all done begged and borrowed somewhere before, especially if you had to make go up the stairway, the back roads, to get to your next destination. You know a little bit about struggling, but I'm saying, do y'all remember the days there was no social media? How were people making ends meet? Number one, the economy done changed, like the state of it, at least 7, 8 times since the 2000s. And really, people say it's getting worse. They can barely afford their bill. They can barely afford food. Y'all know how that is. But still, I'm just here to advocate. Maybe, what's that word? You know, mediate about this topic, because uh, people, that's what I encourage them to do. The ones that's been on social media doing it. And y'all can go through all my history of social medias. Look at the periods and times I supposedly had asked somebody, because usually in my life it was a personal. It was like somebody you knew personal, and it wasn't on social media unless you Messenger is supposed to be private. Me, I've never been known to literally like come on camera and be like, "Hey, I need $20. I need $50." That's just never been me. So I thought I was a good candidate for this topic because I can talk about why. I already know how people are. Y'all know they literally taking clips of y'all videos while you're in hardships, asking for money, turning that stuff in to people like CPS and da da da, as if they don't also understand none of this started until social media culture was here. When can CPS tell y'all that they got a call about somebody asking them for money through social media app before social media was here? It's like y'all trying to hurry up and force these people like, well, hurry up and do something because you have parents asking for help on social media. Now, once it's over 1,000 parents, that's not a parent problem to me. That's something bigger, evidently going on. That's my point too. One of the most recent trending videos I saw about this was they were saying uh, the parents have gotten lazy. They just come on there and ask for money. They come on there and ask for money. And they didn't just say parents, because a lot of these people be parents. Uh, who do they say? Social media influencers. Talking about if they not making no money and they need help, they need to go get real jobs. Because y'all talk, when we talk about me, y'all talking about somebody who's pretty much always done some type of work in the background, whether it was work for myself or work for a company. And then if you're working for a commission, it's a different type of work. I mean, everybody's work is different. But like I've never just been a social media influencer. Like I always had a life going on outside the internet. Period. Period. No matter how beautiful or of a mess it seemed to people. I've never come and like volunteer my struggles to social media. I might talk about my faith. That's what I will talk about. And it's funny how talking about your faith automatically shows people like, well, she clearly has a million reasons to doubt life. You shouldn't have to talk about your faith for people to know you got a struggle going on. It's not. When has it ever been anybody's business? I'm telling y'all, when people started putting their business on social media, talking about they need cash app donations and all of this, I just want y'all to know people abusing it and just. So I don't see social media being around for too much longer because of the way people abuse it. Right? Back in the day, if you needed food, there were food banks, there were food drives. You could probably ask a church, you could ask a family member, because that's all you could do, or go grow you some food, or you went to work. And once again, let's stop playing like food. I'm not trying to defend the social media quote unquote beggars, but food was a way lot cheaper back then. Gas prices, everything. That's why you probably didn't see so many people asking for handouts on social media. Now, I'm just saying that the ones who are speaking about it openly just say it's tacky. I have to agree with that too. That's why I've never done it that way. Like, I'm just going to sit on live and see how many people would cash at me. Just to let y'all know, that was never my mentality. Even right now, I think me and one of my daughters was talking about it earlier. Like, I don't do what I do for the numbers. It's okay if you get an extra subscriber or extra view here and there, but it's just different if I did have to try to explain it to somebody when you're a woman of faith, because if God tell you to do something and he didn't tell me it had nothing to do with views or numbers. If he says speak and you pick the platforms and you speak and everywhere you go, I want you to start speaking up. That's between you and God. How you speak, where you choose to do it, who's listening, who subscribes is not what life is about all the time. Because, see, you can have a million people going the wrong direction, period. That's why the Bible say the straight path is narrow. That means very few, it actually says that, very few find it, because they always think it's on the golden duck road. Once again, if I didn't say nothing else, if I found out I had $1 million in the bank tomorrow, I'm going to stay humble. Pride comes before every fall. And I'm sorry, most people with a whole lot of money, they have a whole lot of pride. Okay. But that does not mean they have to, for y'all that's out there getting mad because nobody's donated or cash apping you, that doesn't mean they have to. Just because you on there, y'all ought to see some of those clips. I'm gonna leave some videos in the comments of how they actually talk. Like, even handlers outside are nicer than some of the ones that ask for money on TikTok and social medias. you know, you got to look at everything a little further than the surface sometimes. Like, you just do. I feel like when the world does that, God gave the world whole plenty of oceans, and we think they're just there for the water. That's another thing I feel like is wrong for with mankind. We feel like we've just been catered to with the earth, and we can do whatever we want to do with it. How about you have been catered to? You have water, you have the birds, you have Greenland, but it's not just there for you to look at for its beauty. I mean, learn something from it. In the ocean, every time a diver has gone in, there was definitely more than just the blue water that sat on top. Period. And I like to just look at my life like that. It doesn't have anything with being nosy or what. It's a smarter way to live. Well, you walking around taking everything at face value. They say, y'all be surprised how many of these Instagram models and TikTokers and influencers struggle. And me, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I would say that it would only ignite me to see why. Why that particular group of people? Why people in that particular field of work? Are we just trying to make this work look like it's because last I checked, communications is still a very great booming business, any type of media communications, okay? And social media platforms. They're not struggling for nothing when it comes to finances. So why would the influencers utilizing these apps, why would their lives be crumbling? Stay tuned for part two. This is You Will Make It TV, another discussion digest topic where you guys are welcome to leave your opinions in the comments or even come join stage on the chat with us sometime. We appreciate your support, and until next time. I'm definitely not done with